Good afternoon, everyone. This is Tiffany Parker of TD Parker Risk Management and Insurance. And I wanted to come to you guys again with a video. I thought the first video was pretty helpful, and I thought maybe I would expand upon that and actually talk a little more about particular industries and help people better understand the sort of insurance coverages they would need depending upon the industry that they're in. So, one that came to mind is photography, and one of the reasons that's one of the first ones I want to talk about is because a few years ago that was a hobby of mine that I really enjoyed. And the thing about photography is, in order to really do well in that field, in that industry, your equipment is key. So, and photographers, especially professional photographers, they're going to have all kinds of equipment, right? So, the cameras themselves, the body, the lenses, the tripods, the lighting, the backdrops, all the different things that go along with that particular profession. Those are significant investments that you make, and so they need to be protected well. And so, what you want to look for is photography equipment insurance. And that insurance can be obtained through something called a BOP, and that's a business owner's policy. Now, these BOPs would need to be catered to your particular business, so you don't want to just kind of randomly have someone set that up for you, but you want to ensure that they understand the equipment that you're using, the specifics of your business, in order to really ensure that your equipment and everything else essential to your business is protected well. So, with the BOP coverage, the coverages that are really important to a photographer are going to be the property insurance, right? So, that's within that property insurance, that's where you're going to be covering all of that equipment that's essential for your business. And you want to ensure that you're placing these policies with an insurer or a carrier who can quickly respond to a claim, right? So, if you have the right coverages set up, you have a responsive claims team, then you're going to ensure that your business is back up and running very quickly should equipment be lost or be stolen or damaged. Something else to consider under a business owner's policy is something called general liability insurance. So, that is liability insurance for your business. If you have a studio or if you frequently travel off premises or on third party sites in order to shoot, then you want to ensure that you have general liability coverage, because what that does is protect against any allegations that during the scope of your business you cause someone either bodily injury or you damage their property. So that sort of coverage is going to respond to a claim such as that. So you want to ensure you have that in place, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling off site, not on your own premises, but on the premises that belong to other people. You want to ensure you have that in place. Something else to consider that is not included within a business owner's policy or BOP is professional liability insurance. So, professional liability insurance, that's going to cover you for the services that you offer. So, let's say that you're hired for a wedding or an event like a conference or something along those lines, and you've shot the whole day. They took some phenomenal shots, right? But then as you're heading out to your car, you're loading up all your equipment, you drop one of your bags. You open the bag and you find that you've damaged not only the body of your camera, but also the memory card with the bulk of what you shot was damaged as well. So, therein lies you needing to ensure, as far as the lost photos, if you can't recover the data that was on that memory card, then you've lost all those shots that you took. And if you're under a contractual agreement to produce these shots, and you're not able to fulfill that contractual obligation, then you need coverage like a professional liability insurance coverage in order to protect you should that client have a claim against you for those lost images. Because those images could be used for any number of things, right? So you just want to make sure that you have the appropriate coverages in place for that. It could also be that, okay, you shot the day there was no damage to the memory card, but let's say the client's dissatisfied. The client is alleging that you did not meet the requirements of your contractual obligation. That's another instance where professional liability policy is going to cover those sort of claims. So you want to ensure that you do have the appropriate coverages in place. There are other coverages to consider as a photographer, depending upon the size of your business and the structure of your business. You may want to consider commercial auto insurance. If you're using a vehicle specifically for your business, you also, if you have employees, you'd want to consider workers' compensation. But essentially, you want to sit down with someone and really explain the structure of your business, ensure that they understand the ins and outs so they can identify all the potential exposures that your business could have, and they help you with setting up the appropriate insurance program that's going to give you all the coverages you need. Now, there are some risks that are inherent to certain types of businesses that insurance doesn't cover. So that's, if you go back to my first video, that's when we're going to look at creating a risk management plan for your business. And that is very specific to your business. So if you find that you don't really understand how to create that, if you need some assistance with doing that, then someone like myself would be a good person to reach out to aid you in that process. So that's just a little info that I wanted to throw out there for those in the photography realm. And I think a lot of that could potentially, those coverages could potentially be beneficial to other folks in the creative world. But again, you want to ensure that whomever is placing your insurance coverage for you understands your business. And every business is different. There are nuances to how people do things, the services that they offer, the equipment that they use. So you just want to talk that through with a professional. So if you're in the state of Virginia and you want to talk to me about that, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description box, or you can hit up my website. That's tdprmi.com, and you can check out some of the services that I offer, and also there's a means to contact me there. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again. Bye.